Hey guys, it's Monday, I'm Lexi, and you're watching The Epithets. Today, on the first ever video for The Epithets, we are going to be talking about Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. I realized when I was making the video for my own channel that being on Monday means that I'm going to have to basically summarize the book, which means two things. One, my video is going to always be just a little bit longer than everyone else's. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. And two, I have to learn how to summarize things. I am comically bad at summarizing things. I'm gonna read the inside cover. I'm so bad at summarizing. Everyone knows Kate Cahill and her sisters are eccentric. Too pretty, too reclusive, and too far educated for their own good. But the truth is even worse. They're witches. And if their secret is discovered by the priests of the Brotherhood, it would mean an asylum, a prison ship, or even an early grave. So basically, that's the gist of it. It's about this girl who's a witch, and her sisters are witches, and they have problems. It took me a little while to get into this book, and when I say it took me a little while to get into the book, it doesn't mean I wasn't interested in it. I cared enough to keep reading because I wanted to know what was happening, but I didn't feel invested in the characters until page 128. And that's when Finn, who is my favorite character in the whole book, says this line. I don't think the Lord wants us to be miserable, Miss Cahill. It's not a prerequisite for our salvation. That's what I think. There's always that moment in a book where you read a certain line and you're like, yes, and it gets you excited for the rest of the book and it makes you love a character. And that was the line for me. So after that moment for me where the book really started to take hold, it only took me a couple hours after that to finish the book. I couldn't put it down. And then I got to the end of the book, and I knew it was one in a series. I did. The end of a book in a series, I'm used to having closure. I'm used to Harry defeating Voldemort and the Death Eaters at the end of the book. And I'm used to Katniss saving Peeta, or Peeta saving Katniss, or Katniss saving everybody at the end of the book. And I have closure. I read this book, and it has such a cliffhanger. I was so mad that it wasn't coming out till next February. That being said, I would definitely recommend this book. My topic today is characters, which is kind of a dangerous area for me. I'm always really nitpicky when it comes to characters, and there's always usually one character in the book that I really love, and for this book it was Finn. Like, the people in this town, they seemed so close-minded and so stifled and so scared of everything, and Finn just wasn't that at all. He wasn't afraid to defend his mother or to love Kate, and he did what he had to do to keep his family safe, and I admire him for that, and I absolutely loved him. The other characters, however, it took me a while to like. Personally, I didn't really like Kate until she fell in love with Finn. I thought, well, if Finn likes her, she has to be pretty amazing because Finn's amazing. But that's just me. I'm just weird. And one of my other favorite characters other than Finn was Tess. Tess is Kate's little sister, and she's a fucking badass. Like, seriously, I love her. She has an attitude, and she's, like, the best witch. Just like there's the characters that you love, there's always going to be the character that you don't like very much. Mora, whatever her name is, I'm going to call her Mora. I was annoyed by her. I didn't care what happened to her. I wasn't upset when she was upset. I could care less about her life. After doing this video, I realized that I need to plan out my vlogs a little bit more for this channel, and I can't just rant like I do on my channel. I think because this is our first week, it's gonna be a little bit rough, but I think we're gonna get better at this, and it's going to be amazing. And if you want to get to know me a little bit better, I have a personal channel, which I will link somewhere in this area. I also filmed a short intro video, which I will link here, so if you want to click that, and if you don't, it's fine. And I really hope you guys subscribe and spend the summer reading with us, because I would really like that.